In this exercise, you will learn about automobile wiring circuit. Let us consider the wiring circuit for a car. The main parts of car electrical circuit are front headlights, indicator lights, reverse lights, number plate lights, and so on. The electrical circuit of the car is shown. As a standard, most of the cars operate with 12-volt DC supply. Almost every car has two power sources, namely the battery and generator. The negative terminal of the rectifier output and battery are grounded to the metal body of the car. This is called as negative grounding. Now, let us see about the ignition system of the car. It is controlled by the ignition switch. The ignition switch has 3 steps. Normally, the ignition switch is kept in off position, which is indicated as off. The second step switches on the power supply to the distributor and other necessary parts. This step is indicated as run. The third step feeds the power supply to the distributor and also to the solenoid of the self-start motor. This position is used to start the car. It has a spring return arrangement. It reverses back to second step once the driver releases his hands from it. The main part of the ignition system is the distributor. As the name implies, the distributor distributes the ignition current to the spark plugs at proper time and in preset sequence. Improper functioning of distributor results in poor engine performance. The ammeter indicates the load current drawn from the power source or the battery charging current. Now, let us see how power is generated. The generator can be a DC generator. It can also be an alternator, as in our case. It is mechanically coupled with the crankshaft of the engine through V-belt. The V-belt and pulley are designed in such a way that the alternator rotates 2 or 3 times the speed of the crankshaft. It produces AC power, which is rectified, regulated, and then fed to the load and to battery for charging. The electrical loads in the car are lamp loads such as headlights, parking lights, indicator lights, number plate lights, 2 horns, and other loads such as distributor and so on. The driver can control the usage of any load through the switches provided. Almost all the electrical accessories are protected by fuses, which are centrally located in fuse box. Fuse box is located in a place which can be easily accessed by the user. Commonly, the headlight switch has 3 kinds of motions. One is of rotary motion, the second is of vertical movement lever type, and the third is horizontal movement lever type. The first step of rotary motion is off position. Second step closes the switch S1, which energizes the dashboard lights and parking light solenoid. Thus, the parking light glow. The third step of rotary motion energizes the headlight circuit. The middle step of the vertical lever switch energizes the low beam solenoid of the headlight. Hence, low beam light burns. When this lever is pressed down, it energizes the high beam solenoid of the headlight. Thus, the high beam headlight will glow. If the lever is moved up from the middle position, it energizes the high beam headlight. But the lever has spring return mechanism. It automatically returns the lever to the middle position to burn low beam light when the hand is released from the lever. The side indicator lights are controlled by the horizontal lever arrangement. It has 3 positions. The middle position is off position for side lights. When lever is moved to front, it actuates left side turning indicator. And when the lever is moved back, it actuates right side turning indicator. The side turning indicator lights are controlled by flashers to give flashing lights. When the driver applies the brake on brake pedal, the brake switch is closed. It energizes the solenoid of the brake light and hence the brake light will glow. When the driver switches to reverse gear, the reverse gear switch is closed. This will operate all the 4 indicator lights with flashing and also actuate the reverse movement audible system. When the driver switches the hazard light switch, it will energize the solenoid of the hazard light flasher. This will flash the hazard lights. When the driver presses the horn switch, it completes the circuit for the horn solenoid. Hence, the horn starts blowing. Windshield wiper has a separate knob with variable speed feature. Here, we assume for a single speed on-off switch. The driver can switch on the wiper motor by the knob shown. This switch energizes the coil of the solenoid. Thus, the wiper motor runs. Check the wiper for proper functioning. Thus, you have learned the automobile wiring circuit.